this situation
Mm.
where it's not a black and white of forcing the Cik Yam to agree. It's more
Mhm.
like pushing Cik Yam to like um have for Cik Yam to have no choice
I
uh,
see.
unless to agree with it,
Mm.
because I think Cik Yam has a soft spot for being childless woman. There's a soft
Okay.
spot there, and
For
because of
me, sorry,
and
for
because
me.
because of that, uh, she doesn't have a child, right? And
Okay.
she uh during that time, I think in the 90s or 80s, right?
Mm.
A child uh is like expected to be born when you are married, and they didn't have any after 15 years.
Mm.
And, and I think Cik Yam probably blame herself also about this, and because of that she have no choice but to agree, because I think Cik Yam wanted to, like Cik Yam said, she wanted to do she's willing to do everything to make sure that the imam is happy
Mm.
again,
Right.
and that's why she chose the thorny path of becoming uh of being in a polygamy marriage.
Mm.
Geramnya.
Polygamous marriage. Okay. Mariam, take a deep breath. It's okay. I mean, I understand. You know, sometimes as a woman, they might being a woman. Sometimes you end up doing. You need to carry a selfless act in a way where you put other people's happiness first. Cewa. Okay.
Well,
All right. Ikram, there you are, Ikram. I didn't see your face, but Ikram, what
I
about you?
keep listening to you guys.
Oh, okay, Ikram, I have a question for you. Mariam
Uh,
said that Cik Yam might be doing this because she feels, she couldn't give she couldn't give a child to the Imam. So, Ikram, what do you think? Yeah, do you think Imam would marry Mariah if Cik Yam can actually bear children?
for me, the Imam is actually doesn't love his first wife anymore, because for me, if you to love the first, you won't have to have another feel for another woman lah.
Ah,
So for me, the Imam married the second lady, not just because
Mariah,
of
marry Mariah.
Maria, not just because he want to have a kids, but she also have a feeling, because if they want a kid, they can adopt a kid from another place or something like that.
Hmm.
Going go to the hospital and asking orphan house or anything.
I see. So, having children has nothing to do with the Imam's decision to marry another one.
Yeah, that was just an excuse.
Ah, just an excuse. I see.
Uh,
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you, Ikram. Hazira, you ready?
Yes,
Do you blame the Imam for marrying again
I don't
or wanting to marry again? Do you blame
I
the
don't
Imam?
blame him, but I just think it's because of lust. Because he didn't even mention he wanted to take care of Maria. He just
Mm.
liked her because of her looks.
Ah, okay. And also because it reminds him of his first love.
Mm.
The unrequited love. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. All right. Interesting. So, Didi, and also the rest of you, what lessons did you get from this story? What have you learned from this story? Share with us.
Okay. as a person who who trying to in character on this because I like this dramatic reading, and this was my favorite things to do.
Mm,
Okay, my activity. So when you are in character, you can feel the right feeling,
mm,
how to, because you have to express,
mm,
and you have to make sure the listener or the person who listen to you
mm,
um, has the effect too. So from my point of view, as a writer, I like this story very much.
mm.
And as a person who read it, I hate this so much. Okay, that's it
Okay.
from me.
But did you learn anything? Is there
Yes,
anything that
as I said, when it comes from Didi, love is love. The
love
truly
is?
love is there. And because it's first love is there, it's Maria.
Mm,
And second, the love from the wife to the husband. It's not because of the imam, it's the husband. She devotes herself to his husband, to her husband.
mm,
Mungkin syurga menanti dia lah insyaAllah.
okay. All right. Thank you, Didi. Okay. I just want to throw this question for you guys. What do you think about the portrayal of the Imam itself? Why do you think Cik Husna, the writer, created this character, the Imam? Uh, uh, she could have just chosen anyone to be in Imam's shoes. But why is it the Imam, someone who is well respected in the village? What does that actually tell you?
I think
Hmm.
um, that tells us that even the imam has fault in has a weakness. Sometimes we are too we
Idolize. Mm.
idolize too much of someone that is respected in the
Mm,
community.
right.
So when she painted the imam as someone that has a fault, as someone that has nafsu,
Mm.
uh, and also someone that is not that perfect as a husband. It shows that every human being is not faultless. Faultless,
Flawless. Yeah,
flawless.
yeah, the flaws.
It's not.
Ah,
Even every human has flaws, and we
mm.
have to accept our flaws as a human being.
Right. Yeah. Okay. No matter how great the person is being portrayed in the society or in social media, since we have social media right now, I think we should always remind ourselves that nobody's perfect. That's the message from this story. Even the imam, okay, he has his own flaws as well. Okay, so this is, I guess, what we could gain from this story is that at the end of the day, if we want to idolize anyone, we should have always remind ourselves that this particular person that we idolize so much is still a human being. And being a human, nobody is free from making mistakes. They can make mistakes and they have flaws, several flaws, right? So I guess we should just we should keep our mind open in the sense that we should not idolize a person too much. That's what I learned. I think over the years, not just from this story, um, a person can portray themselves in such way, either in social media, in anywhere. But at the end of the day, being human means you can't run from making mistakes. So nobody's perfect. I think that's the message from this story. Okay. Anybody else would like to add anything? Akil? 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 You don't wanna
Yes,
say, you wanna share with us what you have learned from this short story?
from the short story, uh,
Do you like the ending, Akil?
ending part, yeah,
You like the ending. Why?
because it's a very happy ending.
Happy ending, yes. But is it a happy ending for the woman like Chik Yam?
Happy ending, I'm not so sure lah.
Cik Yam represents the women out there who were forced to agree when the husband wants to marry another woman. So you still think it's a happy ending for everyone or just for a few?
Happy ending, not
You
really sure.
not really sure. Okay, okay. But you still think it's a happy ending, at least for the Imam and Maraya, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. But do you like the story, Akil? So
I
far
like the story.
until the end.
I think it's a Malaysian English story lah.
Yes, it is. It is. It's interesting, right, to have a local writer to write something that is very relatable. Even though this story was printed in 1980s or 1970s, it is still relevant until today. Isn't that interesting? Yes. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Okay. All right. Didi, you have something to say.
Yes, yes. I have something to say about the Cikgu Yam. The right word is kerana sayang kuturutkan.
Oh wow, wow. How do I? Okay, that's a Malay proverb. Kerana sayang, saya turutkan. Okay, so what does that mean? That we shouldn't put uh all eggs in one basket. Okay, all eggs in
Yes,
one basket. That's an English proverb lah. Put all eggs in one basket. It means you put all everything, yeah, your effort, your sacrifice to one particular person. But what it's not being appreciated by the person that you was relying on, right? So sayanglah. Okay, sayanglah.
yes, yes. And I would like to reply to Ikram. I tak ada experience tapi sebagai seorang penulis, memang akan experience tu perkara-perkara yang macam ni because you membaca banyak.
I see. Okay,
Ikram
good.
ada cakap I ada experience, I tak ada experience on that.
Thank you for clarifying, Didi. It's just that you can relate to the characters. Some writers they do write based on their personal experience, or maybe someone that they know, someone who is close to them. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, thank you. That was an interesting short story with interesting themes. I would say themes. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take a 5 minute break. 5 minute break, and then we will resume at 11:16. Yeah, 11:16. Okay, 5 minute break, everyone. See you at 11:16.
See you, Miss Vera. See you 5 minutes later.
Okay, guys, welcome back.
Maria makan.
Ikram, why didn't you switch on your camera?
Because because my camera was on button of my laptop.
Oh, okay. So, is it okay now?
It's okay. Okay.
Yeah, we would love to see your face. Ikram, okay, cool. Haida, Hazira. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to continue with. I would like to ask for your feedback first. Okay. We had classes for 3 cycles now. That means 3 months. So what do you think of your progress so far? Do you think you have made any improvement? Do you feel more confident when you talk to people, when you communicate in English or when you speak in front of a group of people? Because I think for now, I haven't seen Arvin in person yet. Haven't met him yet, so I don't know how he is when he talks in front of a group of people. So Arvin, give me your feedback right now. What do you think of your progress in after these 3 months?
I think slightly more confident because
Slightly more confident. Okay.
yeah, because I've been talking in front of the crowd, large crowd currently, right, for the class. So yeah, it increased somehow it increased my confidence. Yeah.
What about your is there anything else that you would like me to focus more?
Grammar.
Grammar, okay. How about your professional communication, both written and spoken? Any specific form of perhaps a written communication, like a memo, report writing, anything where you might be struggling in?
The thing is now with the ChatGPT and the Copilot, it's really easy right now.
I
You
see.
just
Oh,
keep
it's
yeah.
ChatGPT, yeah. How about professional communicate spoken professional communication? Any
The
problem?
confidence has increased. But still struggling with words and sometimes nervous.
Okay. Is it because are you talking about when it comes to words like vocabulary
Yeah,
or
you're
just
using
like
the right word.
constructing sentences as a whole?
Yeah,
I see.
and
Okay.
using the right word. Yeah.
Using the right word. All right. Okay. Thank you, Arvin. How about you, Mariam?
Me,
Hmm.
mm, I think uh, I think I still cannot speak in front of everyone, but in online setting I can. Um, Professional writing, I got your feedback yesterday,
Hmm.
and I'm happy that my email is uh, good.
Hmm.
Um, but for professional field speaking,
Hmm.
I have problem same like Arvin, where I lack vocabulary,
Vocab as well, yeah.
and also um, I I when uh, I started this class, I cannot even like um, give opinion, um, give my opinion. But
Hmm.
now I can express my opinion, but
Hmm.
turns out I still lack the professionalism in it, because because I recently got into an argument with my colleague.
Oh, okay.
I recently got into an argument, and now I was pulau bahasa Inggeris apa?
Island.
Isolated.
Oh,
Ah,
isolated.
I got isolated, and but the funny thing is, after my argument, my boss confirmed me as a permanent employee actually.
oh,
So
I see.
and
Good.
so
Congratulations, Maria.
yes, finally I got confirmation of.
Tahniah, Mariam.
But Mariam,
Congratulations.
sorry, I have to jump in right now. Mariam, but the argument, was it because you were lacking in terms of professionalism? Is that what was
Mm,
the reason
Um,
you mentioning it after you said that you struggle a little bit in terms of being more professional? Was that the cause of your argument?
I think a little bit yes,
I
because
see.
the cause of the argument is more about how she said that I don't understand my job, and also I I I lack the macam mana nak cakap, cara communication dengan bos tu saya salah.
I
Uh,
see.
uh,
Okay.
so because my boss is Chinese, and also um he understand Malay, but he's not that fluent, and I also not that fluent in English.
Mm,
So we communicate. There's bound to be an misunderstanding,
mm,
because his main communication language is Cantonese, and my
mm,
main communication language is Malay.
mm.
So what he understand, what I understand is does not mean he understand it, and what I try to explain, maybe it got a little bit lost in translation.
I see.
So because of that, my colleague said I I don't understand my job and everything, and the way I was told is by I got reprimanded, like I'm some of, I don't know, the way she talked to me is very condescending for
I
me.
see. I
So
see.
I burst, and yeah, and because of that, it's quite tough actually. But because I got uh confirmed, so I decided not to seek another job lah.
I see. Okay. All right, Mariam. Sorry to hear about your dispute with your colleague. I think in terms of professionalism, in terms of being more professional, choosing the right word to use, as well as the flow of your conversation in terms of your intonation, right? It's the way you say it as well plays an important role. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it as well. So I guess I will take that into consideration, yeah, Mariam, for our next training. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback.
I I'm wrong, but I don't know how to apologize, because at the same time I'm not completely wrong. I know I'm
Mm,
wrong, but I'm not
mm,
completely wrong, because um there's a bit of complication lah at work, because of the position that I'm currently in lah.
I see.
So
Okay.
I I have my ego, so I don't really want to apologize, but I think I have to apologize, but I don't know how.
Right.
I, uh,
Okay, never mind. I think that's good. I mean, there's something that we can practice together. Yeah, communication, the art of professional communication as well. Yeah, apologizing, making a statement, expressing opinion, all parts of communication skill. Yeah. Thank you, Mariam. Anyone else would like to share their feedback? Anyone?
The
Yes,
feedback
Hazira.
for this English class.
For the past 3 months.
Oh, for
Uh,
me, sometimes I feel like I'm back to my primary school years.
you back into your high school years.
Primary school.
Primary? Oh wow, why?
Yeah. Feel like English class in my primary school, something like that.
I see. Okay. Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
For me, a good thing lah because I went to the special education school
Uh-huh.
where the school um most students cannot talk like me. So usually in English class we only do writing and reading, but we never do speaking test or speaking training or speaking practice like that.
Speaking practice. So would you like that more? More speaking practices.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ikram. Yes, Haida and Hazira. Go ahead.
Be okay if we still have those exercises for past progressive, past tense because the simple progressive so because I still get confused that I sometimes I get it right and then sometimes still get it wrong.
It's good that you mentioned that because I'm about to share with you the difference between simple past tense and past progressive. That's what we're going to do after this, okay? But in terms of your progress, what do you think? Is there any comments?
Right now I am able to distinguish a little bit. Like sometimes I like when you correct my essay when we the ones that we had to send in class
Mm.
today. Now I know where to put the word really. It's not in front. It has to be
Okay.
the arrangement for those words in a sentence. Right now I know a little bit more.
Good. So your concern is more on grammar.
Grammar. For now, because I'm not speaking with anyone, so I
You're
don't
not,
really have to
are
talk.
you speaking with us? What about us, Azira?
Yeah, but I don't know.
But in terms of your confidence, do you feel
Sometimes
okay?
I get nervous. Sometimes
Right.
I don't get nervous. It just depends, I guess. I don't know why it happens like that.
It's a matter of practice, yeah? Matter of practice. Okay, all right, thank you. How about you, Haida?
Think I'm getting better in English in speaking
Speaking, okay. How about
because
writing?
writing, Alhamdulillah, the ones I send messages, they understand me.
So, how about grammar?
Grammar,
Any particular tenses you want me to focus on?
I think I got a little bit, I got confused also
Mm-hmm.
the grammar part.
Mm-hmm.
I think I tend to use the more complicated words, which I
Mm-hmm.
really couldn't understand as well in my writing.
I
But
see. Okay.
mm, I think that's all.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Tanjun Yu, you raise your hand. Anything you want to say? Thank you, Haida. Thank you,
Uh,
Hazira.
yes, Miss Vera.
Mm.
I enjoy your class, and
Mm.
because you all of the teachers are very friendly
Mm.
and also very patient,
All right. Thank you,
and
Tanjun
I
Yu.
got a lot of new friends, know how to communicate with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I prefer physical sessions than online sessions.
Okay, all right. Well noted, Tanju. I know you prefer physical sessions. Just like me, I prefer physical session as well because I get to see you guys face to face, right? Okay,
Yes.
but is there anything else you would like to address in terms of grammar? Any specific tense you want me to focus?
Vocabulary, I think.
Vocabulary. Oh, okay.
I think
Vocab. All right.
vocabulary.
More
Yeah.
vocabulary. All right. Good.
What if we do spelling bee?
Interesting. Spelling bee. Oh, okay. I think I have a game for that, but it's not on spelling bee, but a different sort of game for vocabulary. Okay, don't worry, Mariam. We will do that perhaps next week. Yeah. Okay. All right. Didi, you have any feedback for me?
Yeah, of course, thank you very much to you because
Mm-hmm.
your passion and you 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 guide us. Okay, from my side, the confidence itself, because you know that I have a difficulty of focusing on the person when I do a presentation and everything. So I try to implement whatever things you uh, teach us in terms of writing, because from my profession everything is in Malay,
Mm,
and sometimes when in English like MOU, that one is they have a standard words, so I cannot trace whether the wording is okay or not. Whether but I did understand. It's just
mm,
because they have a standard word on that.
I
But
see.
that's why I try to do the email exactly like that.
Mm,
They have a 2 point that I have to do correction, right? So
yeah.
I try to, yes, I try to work on that. Inshallah.
Okay. All right. So, writing practice. So were pretty helpful as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we're going to continue with that as well. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Since Hazira mentioned about simple past tense and past progressive, that's what I'm going to discuss with you today, okay? Simple past tense and past progressive. Okay, so we have a section on this for our pop quiz. Before that, I'm going to share with you this slide. I have posted the slides, the grammar slides, on our WhatsApp group. I think a few months ago. I think last month. Yeah, but I will share it again in case you guys have lost it. You guys misplaced it. But basically, this is the same slide that I've shared before. If you want, I will reshare and post it in our WhatsApp group. Okay. You guys can see? All good? Thumbs up if you can see.
Um,
Thumbs up.
please reshare.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's start with past progressive first. Past progressive. Now, as you know, the structure for past progressive is similar to present progressive. Okay, the structure is similar, but the verb to be needs to be in past tense. What are the verb to be's? You still remember? Is, are, and am. Okay. This is the verb to be. Miss Fira, could you please post into our WhatsApp? You mean now? You need it now? You guys want it now?
I need it later.
Later, okay, all right. I will post it after our session because I'm sharing it with you guys right now. So I will post it in our WhatsApp group later after our session, okay? So
Okay, thank
basically,
you.
past progressive, the structure is similar to present progressive. Similar, it's just that the verb to be needs to be in past tense. So for is, am, are, we change it into past tense depending on the subject. If the subject is singular, you have was. Okay. If the subject is plural, you have were. You change it to were. Okay. All right. Remember that, yeah. If you look at this, you use past progressive. When do we use past progressive? You use it to describe an action that was in progress, okay, at a specific time in the past. Okay, in the past. If present progressive, you explain an action that is in progress at the present time or extended present time, and it's temporary, right? It's temporary. As long as the action is temporary, you use present progressive or past progressive, right? So past progressive, you use it to explain or to discuss or to explain an action that is in progress at a time in the past. Okay, tengah buat apa, but in the past. Okay, you understand? Alright. Okay, I give you a few examples. My wife and I were eating at 6. So normally when I ask you a question, what were you doing at 6 p.m. yesterday? You tengah buat apa yesterday at 6? So my wife and I were eating. You see, that is past progressive. What was the action that was in progress but in the past? Okay, in progress but it's in the past. You got that? Okay. So again, more examples. What were you doing at 7? Yeah, they weren't skiing. Okay. So non-action verbs are not usually used in progressive. So if it's not an action that is in progress, if you're talking about your condition, okay, you cannot use past progressive. Past progressive involves an action that is in progress. Buat apa? So when you want to say you're not well, okay, I had a headache yesterday. Headache. Your condition, you explain your condition. You cannot use past progressive. You cannot say, I was having a headache. Okay. When you explain your condition, not an action, a condition, you need to use simple past tense, not past progressive. Please understand that. Okay? All right? All right. Any questions so far? No? Okay, I'll move on to the next slide. Yeah, if you have any question, just raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, so sometimes, yeah, in a sentence, we would have both past progressive and simple past tense in one sentence, right? Okay, when do we use past progressive? When do we use simple past tense in one sentence? All right, we can use that. You use past progressive with simple past tense to talk about an action that was interrupted by another action. So that means two actions, right? You want to explain two actions in one sentence. The one that was interrupted will be in past progressive. Okay. All right. I give you an example. Look at the examples first. I was taking a shower. I was taking a shower in past progressive. That was the action in progress, yeah? I was taking a shower when the phone rang. When the phone rang is the time clause. When the phone rang, the word when indicates bila, when did the action happen. When the phone rang. Okay? When the phone rang. Okay? Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right. Why the sentence I was having a headache is the wrong one? Please explain. I will explain. Hold on. Okay, okay. Hold on, yeah. Right now I'm explaining two actions, yeah. One is in past progressive and the other is in simple past tense. If you want to combine them into one sentence. Okay, hold on. Sabar ya, okay, alright. Are you here with us? I can't see you, so I don't know whether you're here with us. Please switch on your camera, Akil. Okay, now I can see you. Better, much better. Okay, alright. So, when you use when, yeah, in the same sentence as past progressive, we want to know which action happens first. Taking a shower or when the phone rang? Taking a shower or when the phone rang? Which action happens first?
Taking a shower.
Yes. That was the action in progress. So when you have these two actions, the one in past progressive happens first. Understood? Okay. So kalau I ask you a question, what were you doing? I was taking a shower when you call me. Okay, I tengah mandi ni. Masa tu I tengah mandi when you call me. Okay. That's how you use simple past tense and past progressive in one sentence together. Okay. You want to talk about interaction? What happens first followed by the second action? You can use past progressive and simple past tense. Okay, all good? Arvin, understood? Yeah, okay. Next one. Use when to introduce the simple past tense or use while to introduce the past progressive action. So you look at these two examples here. They were skiing when the storm started. So were skiing past progressive and then when the storm started past tense. Okay, this is how you use when to indicate what happened, the time clause, yeah, when it happened. So when you want to talk about when it happened, that one you use simple past tense. While they were skiing, the storm started. So while is used to talk about what was in progress. When you want to use while, you want to talk about an action that was in progress. When you want to use when, you want to talk about the time clause, when the action happened. So that one is in simple past tense. Okay, it can be a bit confusing, but be patient. Be patient. Okay. Next slide. Okay, use past progressive with while or when to talk about two actions in progress at the same time in the past. So you have two actions, dua-dua in progress at the same time. So what do you use? You can use while. Two actions using while to explain these two actions happen simultaneously. Okay? Sorry, Didi, you have a question?
Yes, yes, Miss Villa.
Okay.
Let's say because that's like when, why. But sometimes my last choice is I just use whatever words that for me is good to hear. Is it okay or still we have to follow the SOP from the past progressive?
Is it okay? Can you, sorry, I don't understand that question. Is it okay to what?
Use like we call they have a while or when, right?
When?
When and why. But sometimes sometimes you confuse, right? About the past progressive. And how about if we use the word like for us, I mean that's good to hear. I mean good to hear.
Could you
For,
hear?
good to hear for the word the sentence.
Okay,
Because
good to hear.
sometimes they have a SOP, right, for the
Mm,
sentence.
mm.
But yeah. Is it okay or have to follow the SOP?
Yeah, it's not because it sounds nice. In terms of structure, in terms of grammar, it's not about whether or not it sounds right. It has to be how you describe the action when it happened. You want to use while, it means it happens, the action is in progress at that particular time while you were doing something. Okay, sementara you tengah buat something, while you are doing something. So the word when is normally used to refer to a specific timeline, time clause. So you need to use when. When what happened? When, bila. Because when is for time, when. But while is to talk about an action that is in progress. So that one, there's a specific role that these two words actually hold. So you need to use according to their role. Okay. Otherwise, it sounds right, but the structure is wrong. It's grammatically wrong. But right now we want to use while and when within the right context, because we want to be able to use it for past progressive and also for simple past tense. Okay, right now the argument is when to use while and when to use when we are using it to describe an action for past progressive as well as for simple past tense in one sentence. Okay, all right, Didi. Hope that clarifies it. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to this particular side because we don't have much time. So I want to speed up a little bit, yeah? Speed up a little bit and then we can have our discussion. Okay? Sorry. So you look at past progressive with while to talk about two actions in progress at the same time. So you look at the examples here. While I was watching TV, semasa saya tengah, okay, this is what this is what I was doing, yeah, while I was watching TV, my wife was talking on the phone. While I was watching TV, my wife was talking on the phone. You see, I cannot ask you which action happens first. If I use past progressive with simple past tense, like the previous example, you know that the one in past progressive happens first, followed by the one in simple past tense, correct? But here, when you have the word while, connecting these two actions in past progressive, that means these two actions happen at the same time, progressively at the same time. That's why you use while. That's why you use while. Okay, understood? Ikram, okay, understood?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. All right, Tanjung, you very good. Now, notice that the time clause, okay, the time clause when, yeah? All right, can come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. So it doesn't matter whether you want to put the word when at the end of the sentence or when at the beginning of the sentence. It still means the same. When does it happen? So it can be at the end of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence. All right, look at the example given here. When you called, I was eating. Or I was eating when you called. It doesn't matter whether you put the word at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. It still means the same thing. You tengah buat apa? I was eating. The action is in progress. The action of eating is in progress. I was eating. And then you called. When you called. Nampak tak? Okay. So when you called, I was eating. If you put when you call, I was eating, it doesn't mean that the call happens first. It still means I was eating and then you call, even though the word when is at the beginning of the sentence. It's not about where it is placed in a sentence here. It can be at the beginning, it can be at the end. But as long as the time clause when refers to when it happened, the action that is in past progressive, I was eating too, that action happens first, followed by when you call. Okay, nampak tak? It doesn't matter whether the word when, the time clause when is at the beginning or at the end. We focus on the action in past progressive. You tengah buat apa masa tu? I was eating. I was eating when you call. When you call, I was eating. It's the same. It means the same. It means that the action of eating happens first, followed by the action of you calling. Understood? Good. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Be careful. Sentences with both clauses in simple past tense have a very different meaning from sentences with one clause in simple past tense. So what happens if in one sentence both actions are in simple past tense? What does that mean? Which action happens first? Okay, previously when we discussed if you have an action in past progressive and an action in simple past tense in one sentence, we know that the action in past progressive happens first, right? Correct? Okay, but what if these two actions are in simple past tense? Which action happens first? Anyone knows? Okay,
Ate dinner.
sorry.
Ate dinner.
A.
No, action come first is ate dinner.
A dinner. Oh, okay. Sorry. Um, yes. Actually, if you have like this one, okay. While the bell rang, I ate dinner. So both in simple past tense, right? Okay. So if both action in simple past tense, the first action being mentioned that happens first, followed by the second action that was mentioned. Ah, nampak tak?
Because they
If
have word ate. A-T-E, ate, right?
ate, yes, I ate dinner. Okay, ate dinner. So here you see, while the bell rang, rang is in simple past tense. I ate dinner. So when you have both actions, both in simple past tense, not even one in past progressive, that means the first action in simple past tense happens first, followed by the second action. So first the bell rang and then I ate dinner. Like this one. While the bell rang, I ate dinner. So remember, yeah, if both actions in simple past tense, the one that's being mentioned first, that action happens first. Kemudian, then the second one is the second action, followed by the second one. Okay, so if both in simple past tense, you know that the one that happens first, the one that's being mentioned, that particular action happens first. If both in simple past tense, yeah? Okay. Now, when the bell rang, I was eating. So you see, when the bell rang is in simple past tense, and then I was eating is actually in past progressive, kan? So now you have both actions, one in past progressive and the other in simple past tense. So the one in past progressive happens first, followed by the one in simple past tense. Kalau both actions in simple past tense, then the first action that was mentioned, that action happens first, followed by the second one that's being mentioned. Okay, all right. So be careful, yeah. Be careful. Use past progressive to focus on the duration. So remember, past progressive is always about temporary action. We focus on what do you call? We focus on the duration of the action because it's in progress, right? We don't focus on when it's being completed. Okay, what was in progress? That's why the tense is called past progressive, in progress. Okay, and then you have simple past tense to focus on the completion. So always remember, I mentioned to you that when you use simple past tense, the action must be completed, finished. If you're not sure whether the action is completed or not, you cannot use simple past tense. So when you use simple past tense, it means the action is completed. It's done. Okay? Alright? When you use past progressive, it means that is the action that is in progress. And it's temporary. It happens only at that particular time in the past. You get what I mean? Okay. To put you guys, to put your understanding into test, simple past tense means action that is completed or incident is, yes, correct, Tan Jun Yu. Okay, I want to test your understanding with our pop quiz. Boleh? Okay. Sorry, is
Can
there
go ahead.
any question?
No question.
No question? Okay,
Just
all
say,
right.
just go ahead.
You just go ahead, okay? All right. Okay, so you look at these sentences here, Complete these sentences putting the verbs in simple past tense or past progressive. So the first sentence, the first question was actually done. So I was working upstairs when the accident happened. As you can see, one action in past progressive and the other action is in simple past tense, correct? Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, so the first action, was it in past progressive or simple past tense?
Simple past tense.
The first action,
For first action,
Past progress.
progressive.
past progressive, are you sure?
Yes.
Yes, past
Yes.
progressive. Okay, so if I want to ask you which action happens first, I was working upstairs or the second action when the
Second
accident
action.
happened?
I was working.
Which one? Which action happens first? Yang mana satu?
Accident.
I
Accident
was
happens first.
I was working.
I was working upstairs. Ikram, you need to remember, yeah, the one in past progressive happens first.
Oh,
Kalau you have two actions, yeah, one in past progressive and the other in simple past tense, the one in past progressive happens first.
mhm.
Okay. Yes, Tan Jun Yu.
So I got the correct answer already. I was working upstairs. This is the first incident.
Mm,
It happens first, then the accident happen is another incident.
correct. Okay, so
And
when
the
you
accident happen is still working. I'm still working in the upstairs.
that was
Still doing
what's going on at that time
still
when the
going on.
accident happened.
So walking first
Okay.
after that.
Yes,
The accident happen.
working first, and then the accident happened. Because if I were to translate this, okay, in bahasa, it means macam ni. You tengah buat apa masa accident tu jadi? I tengah
Oh,
bekerja upstairs. You tengah buat apa masa accident tu terjadi? I was working upstairs when the accident happened. Okay. Past progressive means what was the action in progress. And then when you use when, the word when, it means apabila sesuatu terjadi, another
oh,
action.
so I think the first one was uh past progressive.
The first one, yes. I was
Then
working
I
upstairs.
think the second one was simple past tense.
Correct. Okay. So you
Because
see,
you open first and after that read the book.
okay. So who would like to answer number 2? Akil, can you answer number 2?
Testing, testing.
Yep, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, question number 2. He opened the book. He opened the book and started to read.
Okay, thank you, Akil. What about the rest of you? Do you think he's correct to use both simple past tense?
Yes.
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 Sorry, you have to raise your hand first. Otherwise, I don't know who is speaking. Mariam. Okay, Mariam.
I think the answer is correct.
Okay, why? What can I say? Can I use past progressive? Can I say he was opening the book and started to read? Can I say that?
Can also.
I can?
Can, because when you say when you use past progressive I was opening the book
Mm-hmm.
and started to read, also can uh kiranya he opened the book first and then he read second.
Are you sure, Mariam? If you compare with the first sentence, what's missing? What word does the sentence have that the second sentence does not have?
When?
So can okay. Now, remember I said that if you have two actions in past tense, apa maksud dia when you have two actions in past tense? It means the first action that you mention happens first, followed by the second action in simple past tense. So Akil's answers are correct. Okay. Because both actions dah completed, done.
Yeah.
we're not talking about an action in progress, Mariam. Bukan apa yang tengah terjadi ya. He opened the book, past tense, okay, dia buka and then started to read. And both actions dah completed. Both actions dah completed. You only use past progressive, Mariam, if you want to talk about an action that was in progress semasa sesuatu lagi action terjadi. When another action happened. Okay, right? Meaning Tanjun, the action of opening the book happens first, followed by the reading. So you first open the book, done, and then you read the book, done, completed. Both actions completed. That's why both actions in simple past tense.
Thank you.
Okay, macam yang nombor 1, aksiden berlaku semasa saya bekerja di atas. Bukan. You bekerja, okay, you bekerja lepas tu you bekerja semasa aksiden tu berlaku. Betul lah. Betul. Sorry. Now I'm in bahasa, when you type in bahasa, now my head is screwed. Yes, betul lah. Okay. Normally I suka guna tengah buat apa because progressing. Okay. But in the past, masih in the past. Kalau present, in present time. Kalau past progressive, in past times. That's the only difference. Okay, remember that. Okay. Next. Number 3. Who would like to answer number 3? Anyone would like to try number 3? Number 3, anyone? Arvin, would you like to try, Arvin?
Yes. We were enjoying the film when suddenly the electricity went off.
We were enjoying
the film when suddenly the electricity went off.
Went off. Okay, is that correct? Anyone?
Went off or goes off?
Sorry? Went off?
Went off or goes off?
Was off?
Went off ataupun GOES off.
DOEN? Go. Apa past tense of go? What's the past tense for go?
When?
Because that one is in simple past tense. You see, you have past progressive and then you have simple past tense.
Oh.
Okay. So yes, Arvin, correct. What does that mean when you have past progressive and then simple past tense? Apa yang tengah terjadi semasa itu ya, apa yang tengah terjadi pada ketika itu ya, when suddenly the electricity went off. So which action happens first? Enjoying the film and then the electricity went off. Because enjoying in past progressive tengah tengok movie, enjoying the film. And then when suddenly the electricity went off. Second action. Apa yang sedang progress when the electricity went off? The action in progress was enjoying the film, enjoying the movie. Okay? Alright? Okay. I have to stop here now. We will continue with this discussion. Simple past tense and past progressive. Okay? Alright?
Yes.
Number 4 is simple past tense. Pop quiz ya, pop quiz. So I will share with you the slide, okay? The slide for past progressive and simple past tense. Go through it once again. If you still have any confusion or if you have any questions, feel free to ask me personally or in our WhatsApp group, or you can keep it and then you can ask and we can discuss next week. So remember ya guys, Akil, Tanjun Yu, and the rest, remember, we don't have physical class next week, yeah? It's still going to be online next week, okay?
Okay, noted, Miss Vira.
Alright, good. Okay, guys.
So
Yes,
do we have homework today?
No homework, okay? No homework. we're going to continue. I think it's best if we discuss this together.
Okay.
But if you want to do it on your own first, go ahead. No problem.
Yes. I've done it in my own already. Then I have to check.
Can. Okay, you want to do it on your own first? Up to you. If you have the time, go ahead, do it. If not, we will continue next week on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Fira, I've checked your reply from the email.
Uh-huh.
Do you think my essay is good enough?
Yeah. The email invitation, that was good.
I wrote according instead of due.
Yes. Yeah. It carries similar meaning, but when you want to use in that context, the best word to use is due.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And for the Gleneagles KL's pianist, I only wrote the two performers, only me and another person
No problem. No problem. It's
with
up to you.
autistic person.
Yep. Sure. No problem.
Okay.
Sorry, Akil, you raise your hand. Yes.
Miss Fira.
Yes.
So,
Go ahead.
15 December we have online class like you said earlier, right?
Yes. Correct.
2nd and 29th.
Still online class, okay. Until January.
Don't worry, Akil. I think ENOKU will update in our WhatsApp group. Okay.
Miss Fira.
Okay.
Yes.
Miss Fira, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Simple question. Which one is correct? You and I or you and me?
You and I.
You and
You and I. Okay. You and me, if we are having a casual conversation, you can say, oh, just you and me, you and me. But if you want to write, yeah, or if you want to make it more formal, grammatically, you and I is grammatically correct.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Any more questions? No, yeah. All right. So I hope you. Yes, Tanju, you.
So only next week. Then what on the 22nd and 29th we don't have class, right?
We
Yes.
do. We do. We
Oh,
still
online
have
we have only class.
just online, no physical.
On 29th and 22nd we still have class.
22nd, yes.
29
29,
also.
29, I'm not sure. I think we will get a confirmation from ENOKU.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
they
you.
will update us. Don't worry, Tanju.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for today. I hope you enjoyed today's session, especially dramatic reading, the controversial short story. It was a happy ending according to Akil and Arvin, but it wasn't a happy ending according to Mariam. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you for today's session. I see you again next week. Bye.
Thank you,
Enjoy
Miss
your
Fira.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Bye Ikram. Bye Mariam. Bye Didi Mackenzie. Bye Sarah Hamza. Sarah Hamza is on mute lah. Okay, never mind lah. I'll just leave.